Actually, it's not. It's the Ioniq, the Hyundai Ioniq. This is basically their version of the Toyota Prius. Now, it starts from £21,000, and if you click up there, you can go to carwow.co.uk and you can compare offers on the Ioniq or any car for that matter online. In fact, if you're thinking about buying a new car, any new car, or your friend is, check out Carwow. You can save yourself some money. So, it's locked. It also locks. It's annoying. You can turn that feature off. You just go through the menus up here, and it's actually dead easy to do. So, here on the inside, in terms of quality, yeah, soft touch materials on the dash and up here. It's all right. It's not luxurious, but it's just okay. Equipment levels are good though. So standard, it's pretty much got all you need, this car. You get stuff like let me turn the ignition on so you can see it. It's got stuff like typical beeps and bongs and chimes from from a hybrid. You get stuff like a reversing camera. You get things like DAB digital radio, you've got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. If you step up to the next level, the SC, then you get an 8-inch touchscreen. It's actually quite nice to use. It's not the fastest to respond, and the graphics aren't the sharpest, and you've got some physical shortcut buttons which do help you out to navigate through the different menus very quickly. Now, if you click up there, you can actually see my full in-depth video review of this infotainment system. Storage-wise, it's good. You know, you've got largest door bins, some storage under here. There's an area for your mobile phone there, and it does have wireless charging if your phone's capable of doing that from the SE model and above. And of course, if you don't have that, there's lots of places to charge the phone anyway. Now let's move into the back. Now, you look down, you think, decent knee room, that's good. Plus the footwells are a decent size, and the floor is almost flat. And then you sit back, and that happens. You hit your head on the sloping roof. Now, it's not like I'm exactly tall, I'm 179 centimetres, yet even if I'm just relaxing, my head is still touching the roof. It's such a shame. You know, it's a little bit ironic. It's a bit like rain on your wedding day. Who'd have thought I'd figured? Anyway, now let's move on to the boot. It's actually a very good size, so you can fit quite a lot of stuff in this car's boot. I'll just remove the retractable load cover and get it out of the way. There doesn't appear to be a specific place for it in the car. This looks like it could accommodate it. There's some like cutaways there, but it just doesn't seem to add up. Anyway, I'll take it out for now because I can't be sure. Now, there is a bit of a boot lip to lift stuff over. So as you can see, if you're loading something that's really heavy, it could hurt your back. And the boot just seems a little bit devoid of features. There are a few tether points, but that is about it. If you look under here though, space over spare wheel, which is a good thing. Now if I fold the seats down for even more space, yeah, loads and loads and loads of room, but you do have a ridge here. Hopefully I won't fall in, which means that it makes it a bit harder to push things up right to the front. So you have to do that, and then they slide around and sit at an angle, which isn't great. Now for more information on this car's practicality, click up there to watch my detailed video. You'll be able to see just how much stuff we can fit in this car's boot, how easy it is to fit a child seat, and what it's like with 3 adults in the back. Now we've looked round the car, let's see what it's like to drive. Right then, let's start this Ioniq up, take it for a drive. I hate all those annoying chimes. All right, stick it to drive and off we go. Now when you first pull away, you can actually do it on electric power alone. After all, this car is a hybrid, so you've got a 1.6 litre petrol engine up front and an electric motor. But if you just tickle the throttle slightly, the petrol motor kicks in and you've got that whirring away as well. Though it's not too noisy when it does so, it's quite seamless really. And yeah, in town it's quite an easy car to drive. It feels very normal actually, very car-like. The brakes are nice and smooth, they're not too grabby at all, like they can be in some hybrids. And it's all simple. The gear shift, it's a 6-speed auto, so that's like you'd find in a normal car, and it's generally pretty easy. One complaint I have though is the visibility. Huge pillars there, very small rear window with a bar across the back of it for the spoiler, and rear pillars massive, so when you're looking over your shoulder to pull out at junctions, it can be a bit awkward. Suspension wise, it's comfy enough in town. Not as comfy as a Toyota Prius, but it's all right. When you head out on a fast road such as the motorway and accelerate, it just works its way through the gears like a normal car would. It's It's perfectly natural. I think this is a really good choice actually. If you would just like a normal car and have been put off buying a diesel because of the recent scandal, and you want something that's very economical, this is quite easy to move into. You can actually get a plug-in hybrid version of this car and a full-on EV electric version, but they're heavier and they're more expensive, and I think this is the sweet spot in the range, just the normal hybrid, and it's all right for cruising on the motorway. You do get quite a lot of tyre roar, but it's not overly unpleasant. It's bearable. I suppose the big question that you want answered though is the economy. So this particular Ioniq I'm driving here should do 74 miles per gallon, and I'm getting 68. It's close, and it's actually very impressive. Now, some hybrid cars can feel a little bit cumbersome when you throw them into some corners, but this Ioniq doesn't at all actually. It just feels like any other normal family hatchback really. It grips and goes where you want it to. It's absolutely fine. It's not fun, but who cares? It's not supposed to be fun, is it? It's supposed to be economical. You can even change gears yourself. Actually, when you do, the car feels pretty quick. It's noticeably quicker than a Prius. The only problem with driving like that though is that there's a little meter which logs your driving style, and mine's saying that I'm 12% aggressive. I'm sure my therapist would think I was a lot more aggressive than that. Now, if you want more information on what this car feels like to drive, click up there to watch my point of view test drive video, which puts you in the driving seat. Now then, it's time for the CarWow 5 annoying things about this car. This flat Hyundai plaque may be slightly more aerodynamic than a normal badge, but it just looks horrible. If you upgrade from the standard 15-inch wheels to these 17 inches, the car's economy falls by 12.5 miles per gallon. What, are the tyres like covered in glue or something? It's just odd. Why does Hyundai have to have such big door reflectors and make them visible with the door shut? I hate it when health and safety just takes over. The glove box is full of manuals. Actually, I mean manuals. Look, there's so many of them and they're so huge that there's no space left for anything else. There is no rear windscreen wiper on the car, so you have to improvise like this if it starts to rain. That's not ideal. It's not all negative though. Here's 5 good things about this car. The carpet and the roof lining are made from sugarcane derived products to make them more recyclable. The Ioniq has lots of aerodynamic features such as air breathers for the front wheels to help make it slip through the air as effortlessly as possible to maximise the economy. In fact, it has one of the most aerodynamic bodies of any car on sale today, with a drag coefficient of 0.24 CD. There's a driver-only mode for the climate control system, so if you're in the car alone, it only blows you. That sounds a bit rude, but it does save energy. Aluminium is used in the suspension of this car and it saves 12 kilograms of weight. Also, the load cover in the Ioniq is actually 25% lighter than a normal Hyundai load cover, so yeah, all that helps improve the efficiency. The Ioniq's engine has 40% thermal efficiency, which is really high. In fact, it's exactly the same as the thermal efficiency of a Toyota Prius engine and 10% less than that of a Formula 1 car. Now, if you click up there, you can go to carwow.co.uk for more information and to compare offers on the Hyundai Ioniq. So then, what's my verdict on this car? Should you avoid it? Should you consider it? Should you shortlist it? Or should you just go right ahead and buy it? Well, I reckon you should consider the Hyundai Ioniq. It's actually quite a good car. It's just let down by that tight rear headroom. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it and click on our logo to subscribe to our channel. Also, click on the video windows for more CarWow videos.